Hey, Mike Callahan here. Absolutely stoked. Got a huge event coming up here in April, the annual Lawn and Landscape Influencers Online Summit. Just about to drop a knowledge bomb on everybody in the lawn care industry and landscape industry. So Brandon Harris, Blake Elberson, you probably heard of him as well, have put together an amazing event, probably 10 or 12 speakers over about a month or a week and a half period where we're going to be going out live and presenting. So in preparation that, I wanted to give you a quick talk on proposals that close themselves, just a quick teaser of some of the stuff we're going to be getting into in the live video and training. All free annual Lawn and Landscape Influencer Online Summit, first annual. So without any further ado, we're going to dive into this and get some knowledge out here to help close proposals this upcoming season. This is a live event here right now, just as I'm doing this preview. So if you have any comments or questions, drop them below in the Facebook feed as well. But quick lineup, we've got Blake Elberson, Sean Adams, John Perry, Brandon Harris, Scott Hans, amongst some other guys, myself, Mario, Bill, Brian. So got a huge lineup of people coming out. Just want to give you a quick preview of what's going on here coming up. Brandon and Blake are going to be announcing the times, but we have just an absolute killer lineup here coming up. So kind of try to pay it forward. I'm going to break out how to create proposals that close themselves. So here we go. The first thing we're looking at here is basically a sales pipeline. So off to the left, as we narrow this out here so you can get a better look at it, off to the left here, if you can see my cursor, we've got Facebook, text to the office, someone actually calling your office, or someone hitting your website. These are all the different ways that people can actually contact your office for an estimate. Now across the top, I've got Facebook Messenger. So as we scroll across the entire top, somebody hits Facebook Messenger, we can use a thing called a chat bot. And a chat bot is basically an automated way to send and receive Facebook messages. And we can drive them through an automated sales pipeline. In my lawn care company, we've actually created many chat Autobots to actually do automated pricing for lawn mowing and fertilization. And basically here, this sales process is based on lifecycle marketing. So all the other things are running through that blue sales funnel we've got here, and they're going in and requesting an estimate. The next step along the way is we're going to send out a thing called a lead letter. And these are the 5 or 6 reasons why our business is different and why people would want to do business with us. Before the estimate, we recommend going in and creating pre-estimate education. So this is going to run along our traditional automated route or across the top route of Facebook Messenger. But this is going to educate the consumer how to do the service themselves as a professional. Yes, I said we're going to educate the consumer how to do it themselves as a professional. So the whole goal here is to create a higher perceived value to your service. You can charge a higher price and want to overcome any of those sales or price objections. That's huge. And obviously, a lot of people are concerned, why would we ever teach our potential consumer how to do the service themselves? Well, I'm here to tell you there's this thing called Google. People will go on there and look how to do it. So why wouldn't you want to be the expert that comes up first, that shows them how to do it? And then when they're ready to make that buying decision, you've already proved yourself as an expert and justified your price. Next thing across the line here is our estimate is submitted. So we email that out, or we have a hard copy estimate that goes out to the consumer. Following step is we go into our 20 days to close process. So this is an automated estimate process that I recommend people end up building out, but it's going to go across multiple communication channels. So we're going to go through phones, via text, automated emails. So text messaging and emails are obviously automated, and we actually pick up the phone and call, usually day 1 and day 3 after each estimate. So what we've done is really converted an automated process through Facebook Messenger, through ManyChat. So we've automated the lead letter, the pre-estimate education, and submitting the estimate right through the Facebook Messenger platform. And then we're driving in through automated estimate follow-ups. We're going to follow up for 20 days. And believe it or not, we find a spike in sales between 7 and 10 days and 18 and 20 days. So if you're not following up at least 5 or more times, you're actually losing 80% of the sales. Statistically, 5 or more follow-ups to actually close 80% of the sales. If we take the back-end process and we go into the customer signing up, we've got a welcome and wow series. So once the estimate's won, we send out a welcome letter. We go out and acclimate them what to expect and potentially get a credit card on file. And then we upsell one-time services. So if it's a one-time, let's say, Spring cleanup, we're going to go out and upsell our reoccurring lawn mowing and fertilization and raise that client lifetime value. Conversely, if we didn't win the estimate, we'd scroll down and create something that we call long-term nurture and reactivation for a lost estimate. So through a timed out way, we're going to go out and send out videos and different kind of copy to educate the consumer even more how to do the services we offer. And then hopefully when they're ready to make that buying decision, they go out and pick up the phone and request an estimate or hit our website. Only other thing we didn't focus on here is on the bottom left, a lead magnet. So what happens when you're driving traffic to your website and they're not ready to commit and request an estimate off the website? So we recommend building out this thing called a lead magnet, and it's giving away a white paper or a free video series, how to do something that the consumer may be interested in. So in exchange for their first name, last name, and email, we give away something of content that's going to get them into our long-term nurture. We build a relationship, and then eventually we're going to go out and be there and be ready when they're ready to make that purchasing decision. So most people would think this is the ideal customer life cycle, but what is missing here? So I've given similar talks based on that program, and with either 30 or 40 people in the room or 300 to 400 people in the room. I haven't had a single person yet actually tell me what is missing in this chart. So we've got our lead source acquisition. We've got our Facebook Messenger, which is automated. We've got our sales funnel. We're driving them through a set sales process. Once they become a customer, we welcome and wow them. If we lose the estimate, we reactivate them. And we've got a lead magnet. So even if they're hit the website and they're not ready to buy, we capture their information. So as we look at this, you're probably wondering, well, what could possibly be missing? This seems absolutely the ideal scenario. Well, the one thing that is missing here is organic and paid content. So this is where we need to be going in, and the rules of engagement have changed. People are no longer looking to be sold. People are going out online and doing research and becoming armed with all the information they need before they actually make the buying decision. According to Marcus Sheridan in his book, They Ask, You Answer, Marcus gives a stat of 70% of all buying decisions are made before the consumer ever talks to your business. So it's more than ever being important that we need to go out and post organic content and then double down with a paid strategy. So the areas that we look at to probably double down on this organic and paid content strategy is going to be Facebook Messenger through a bot like ManyChat, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and a website with a blog role. So not only is it important now to have a sales funnel set up, but we really need to get ahead of the sales funnel and go out organically and build content. The consumer, through different content, is going to become to know, like, and trust you. We're going to build that relevancy. We're going to create a higher perceived value. And if we're doing it right through a non-sales approach, we're going to overcome any of those sales and price objections. So by the time the consumer gets to you, it's not about price. It's more about where do I sign and how do I get you on my property to perform the weekly lawn mowing, the fertilization, or whatever those services are. So the new approach to selling, there's certain things we want to take a look at. What is my potential customers thinking? What are they searching for? What are they asking for? What are they feeling? And even important, what are they fearing? So let's be honest. There are some preconceived notions about contractors and the way we operate, or at least the way some of us operate. So we want to be able to go in and address some of those fear-based things, because let's face it, most consumers don't trust themselves to hire a contractor. And if they do trust themselves enough to hire a contractor, they sure, most of the time, do not trust them or trust us as a contractor. So we need to go out proactively and overcome any of these objections and build relevancy with a potential consumer. So the way we can do this is become the go-to expert. Are you willing to answer the good, the bad, the ugly, and the questions that, well, most contractors just don't want to answer? And there's going to be a specific approach to the way we can do this. So it's going to basically create this competitive advantage by answering and addressing these questions and concerns. We're going to have more insight to the consumer's buying habits. So basically, what are they looking for when they're buying? What are the things that they're searching for? Where's the market going? So just like Wayne Gretzky, he was going where the puck was going to be, not where the puck is. So if you're talking to consumers, you're answering these questions. Maybe it's robotic mowers. Maybe it's organic fertilizing. Who knows? You don't know until you start having these conversations and start answering these questions. And basically, this is going to hopefully give you that roadmap